My name is John McCree, and today I wish to share with you a recipe that my mother and father created, which we refer to as the Hearty Egg Roll. It's a great side dish for most lunch and dinner items, or you can use it as a snack for when you're going out studying. Now, this is a dish I enjoy, and most of my family does as well. Now, I'm going to show you how to create it through 3 steps. The first step is preparing the filling, actually making the egg roll, and how to cook the egg roll. I hope you enjoy this recipe as much as I do. Let's get cooking. First step you're going to want to do is brown your meat. Now, for this recipe calls for 1 pound of pork, and you need some oil to brown it with. 1 tablespoon should do. Basically go around, and we're just going to plop the meat in. Ooh. Now, this is what you want your meat to look like. Fully cooked through, just not extra crispy. And now the next step is we're going to be draining the meat. Get all the oil out. Okay, now for the filling stage. Now, most egg roll recipes don't call for this, but I like to add it in for the extra protein, which is what you're going to need about half a pound of bean sprouts. Pour those into it. Now, you're also going to need a cabbage. You can go for a head and chop it yourself, but if you're going to go for the lazy route, just two 10-ounce bags, basically. Get those all nice and mixed up in there. Now, carrots is not always an option put into it, but some people like it. Now, if you like them crunchy, you can leave them be, but if you want them a bit more softer, you can saute them with some garlic, which will make a nice flavor to it. And for that, you're going to need about another cup. So put those nice mixed in there. Now, for your other vegetables you need, we're going to need 3 green onions, minced chopped, basically, and you're just going to basically go into there. Once that's done, now we got our other sauces and spices that add in for it. Now we're going to add some soy sauce. You need 1 tablespoon, just lightly drizzle. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. And you're going to need 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. Basically sprinkle into it. And half a teaspoon of 5 spices. Now, for another optional ingredient you can add into there is what I usually like to put in there is 1 tablespoon of fire oil, just to give it a nice kick. So just measure that out, and there we go.
Toss everything in.
Now you're just going to toss everything. You can use your hands, or if you want, you can use a pair of tongs, make it nice for mixing them up, and you're just going to do that until it's all nicely mixed together. Now, once you got your vegetable and spices thoroughly blended, it's time to add the pound of ground pork into it. Just basically mix it into, and once again go crazy at it, and just make sure it's evenly mixed around. And once you have that all the way done, you can start going into the assembly stage. Okay, now that you have your fillings fully prepared, it's time to actually make the egg roll. Now, for this step, you're going to need a baking sheet, some wax paper laid over it, some Eggroll wrappers, and a whisked egg to use as a sealant. Now, you're going to lay the Eggroll wrapper in a diamond shape, and you're going to take the egg and cover the top portion of the egg roll. Once you get that filled out, you're going to take a half a cup of the filling, or just a spoon, or just eyeball until you get the right amount. Put that in the center, probably just a touch more. Now you're going to wrap over and tuck in. Take the egg roll side, make sure that tuck in on that side. Basically repeat on the other, and complete the roll. Fully finished. And once you have a good number of egg rolls, you can go over and fry them. Okay, now for the final step is to actually cook the egg rolls. Now you're going to take your wok, and you're going to put some oil into it and heat it up to about 350 degrees. And you're going to gently lay the egg rolls into there. There we go. As soon as you get them out, you're going to be cooking in the pan at a time. You're going to immediately flip them over to prevent air bubbles from developing onto it. Basically, and just do a continuous flip until they're fully cooked. Now, once you got your egg rolls to look a golden brown, you're going to stick them in the oven, which you've preheated up to 225 degrees. Essentially to keep them nice and warm so they don't get cold while you're cooking the rest. Make sure you drip them enough so you don't get hot oil all the way into your oven and cause a fire.
See it.
And there you go. And basically going to stack them up onto here and until you get them all cooked up for yourself so you can keep them warm while you're cooking. And that is how you make the Hearty egg roll. Now this recipe will make up to about 24 egg rolls depending on the wrapper you use. As a side note, you should have at least one other extra package in case of mishaps of tears with the wrappers that you get. Now I've shown you how to create the filling for the egg rolls, how to roll them yourself, and how to even cook them. I know this is a recipe anyone can enjoy. I hope you all cherish it with me. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.